Well, hello, boys and girls. My name is Nancy West, and I have come to read one of my favorite books for you. It's called Where the Wild Things Are. And it was written by a man named Maurice Sendek. And always, when you open the first page of a book, you look for the author, and that tells you who wrote the book, and it tells you who, this is the title page, and it tells you who drew the pictures. And this book won an award. See that big, for its pictures. But I love the story too. So here we go. The night that Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind or another. See, there's Max. Here's Max. It's my favorite book. He made mischief of one kind or another. He's got a fork. He's running after the dog. Oh no, Max, don't do it. Don't do it. His mother called him Wild Thing. Wild Thing. And Max said, I'll eat you up. And so he was sent to bed without anything to eat. So there's Max in his room. He's mad. He's hungry. But he should not have said that to his mother. I'll eat you up. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. Y'all see how these pictures are getting bigger? They started out small and now they're getting bigger. Well, his bed is turning into trees, and he's thinking, what is going on? And they grew. Look at the trees now. The picture takes almost up the whole page. A forest is growing in his bedroom. And they grew until the ceiling was hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around him. Look at Max. He loves it. His room is turned into a forest. There's vines hanging down. He's having a ball. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. And he sailed off through the night and day. Look how big the picture is now. It's taking up a little bit of space over here. So Max is in a boat and he's sailing away. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, he went to where the wild things are. Ooh, I would be afraid. I would be afraid to be in a boat by myself. I would be afraid to be going to an island that had wild things on it. Not Max. Max loved it. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. And they gnashed their terrible teeth. And they rolled their terrible eyes. And they showed their terrible claws. Does Max look scared to you? He doesn't look scared to me. Now look how the picture is all the way across. The picture just got bigger. Till Max said, be still. Be still. And he tamed him with the magic trick of staring at them in their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened. And they called him the most wild thing of all. Ha! How about that? Max got out of the boat. They were trying to scare him. He held his hands up. He did a magic trick. He looked them right in the eye. And he said, be still. Be still. And they made him king of all the wild things. Look, he's got a little crown on his head and a little scepter. And now Max cried, let the wild rumpus begin. What on earth is a wild rumpus? Let's see. What could it be? Oh my gosh. They're dancing around. They're having a big time. A wild rumpus. And do you see how the picture is over all of both pages? It has gotten so big. And they're swinging through the trees and their baby days. Look at them. It's a wild rumpus. It's a wild rumpus. And they're, oh look, they've got Max on their shoulder. And there's like, hail to the king, hail to the king. Max is the wildest thing of all. And then Max said, now stop. And he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely. And he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Now he's in his tent. All of the wild things are asleep. He's thinking, gee, I miss my home. Then all around from far and away and across the world, he smelled something good to eat. So he gave up being king of all the wild things. But the wild things say, oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so. And Max said, no. And the wild things roared their terrible roars, and they gnashed their terrible teeth, and they rolled their terrible eyes, and they showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and said, goodbye. Do you notice how the pictures are getting smaller now? You know, they were taking up the whole page, and now they're just taking up a page and a half. That's very interesting. And he sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Look there on the table. And his bed's not a forest anymore, and he's got a little smile on his face. And my question to you is, I believe that's the end. Yeah. Do you think Max was dreaming? Or do you think it really happened? I don't know. But it's my very favorite book. So the next time you have a birthday or you get to ask for a Christmas present, Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendek.